Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today, we are looking at my 2-round mock draft pre-combine. Let's get right into it. First pick, Jacksonville Jaguars, Evan Neal. I like this pick. It could go a few different ways, edge or tackle. I guess only two. But for me, I've got Evan Neal over Kim Ekwonu, although it's very close. Really could go either way, but they're both really great. I don't think you can screw that up. Same thing with Aiden Hutchinson and Kayvon Thibodeaux, who are the next two picks. Once again, could go either way. I tend to lean towards Aiden Hutchinson over Kayvon Thibodeaux, but I think they both are going to be tremendous pass rushers. Now, number 4, Akem Ekwonu. I love this pick. I think about him at 1, at 3, and I end up taking him here at 4 with the Jets. Robert Saleh loves the trenches, and I think he'd love Akem Ekwonu. Number 5, Charles Cross, a guy who I feel like because of how great Ekwonu and Neal are, some people forget about Cross, but he may be better in pass pro than both of those guys. He is really good. Now, needs to work on the run blocking badly, which is why he's below those two. We didn't even see him really do much run blocking, but definitely high hopes for him. But a big upside for him as well. Number 6, all right, let me explain myself. Malik Willis here. If you're the Panthers, I feel like this pick is used for a quarterback. Now, it's probably through a trade, but let's say that doesn't work out. Malik Willis is your guy. Take him. Take him. But more than likely, I think this pick is either trade for a quarterback. If you can't get a quarterback, trade down, and then probably take a quarterback there. But I didn't do any trades in this mock. 7, Kyle Hamilton. All right, this guy is my number 2 recruit in the class. And getting him here at 7 is insane value. Really, I think someone might trade up to 6 for him with the Panthers. But if he falls here to 7, that is amazing value. Giants just going best player available. 8, Ajabo. David Ajabo. This guy's got really good upside. Loved watching him. Overshadowed by Aiden Hutchinson, sure, but still looked really good in his own right. And maybe top 10's a little high. Sure, but, you know, I really like him. I think he's my edge 3 as of now pre-combine, but we'll see. 9, Ahmad Gardner. I think this is really good value. I think he's a top 5 player, probably. Probably a top 5 player in this class. Getting him here at 9, Ahmad Gardner and Patrick Surtain. Oh my gosh. That corner duo, Broncos fans, you gotta be excited with that. Come on. 10, Derek Stingley. So although Gardner has took the jump to my CB1, and I think it's looking that way for a lot of people now, Stingley is still really good. Injury concerns, yes, but I still think he's top 10. Top 10 worthy. 11, I go Treylon Burks. So if you're not sold on a quarterback, which, maybe you are, maybe you're not, I think Washington's probably more likely to trade for a veteran. I think they're ready to win now, and Treylon Burks definitely helps them do that. New quarterback coming in would love to have Burks. I mean, just a bigger guy, comp to, Deebo Samuel. I don't know about all that, but it is very good. Thought about him at 10, actually. 12, Jermaine Johnson. Vikings, you need edge, right? You need some pass rush. You need run defense, too, but I think 12's a bit rich for any of the interior guys. And Jermaine Johnson is a beast. He really is. We saw what he could do at the Senior Bowl against top talent, and he looked amazing. This guy's going to come and contribute immediately as well. Got one of the highest, if not the highest, floor of any edge rusher in this class. A lower ceiling, sure, but still looks great. 13, Garrett Wilson. So I am higher on Treylon Burks, but it's so close. Garrett Wilson's still probably the better all-around receiver, but um, just really good. Browns, everyone's mocking them a wide receiver. I think they could go linebacker here. I wouldn't be surprised if this pick is Devin Lloyd or Nakobe Dean, but I end up going Garrett Wilson. 14, Trayvon Walker. This guy's upside is insane. Insane. I mean, the ceiling on this kid is just crazy. and he's athletically gifted. I think he could go a lot higher than people think. I've seen some people have him like top five. Like this guy is gifted. All right, I think I don't think people realize outside of the top two edge rushers how gifted this edge class is. And I don't think the separation between, KT and Hutch is all that far from these guys. 15, Tyler Linderbaum. Go ahead and do 16 too. Devin Lloyd. Oh my gosh. If you land this and you're the Eagles, you are thrilled. Like a fantastic center, top 10 player in this class, plus my personal linebacker one. Nakobe Dean's close, but I mean, Devin Lloyd's a better fit as well. But just crazy value. I'd be shocked, honestly, if Devin Lloyd made it here. He does in mine, but I have him as a top 10 player in this class. Maybe top 12. Trent McDuffie, 17 to the Chargers. So maybe this is a little rich for McDuffie, but I really like him. I've seen some people like top 10 on him, and I don't know about that, but he's really good. He really is. Two Washington cornerbacks, him and Kyler Gordon, I both think could go in this first round. Drake London, 18 to the Saints. Once again, if you're not sold on a quarterback, it goes back to that Washington pick. Kind of the same thing here, and really the same thing up with the Broncos. But here we're gonna go with Drake London. I really think that the Saints are gonna end up bringing in some sort of veteran. Maybe you bring back Jameis Winston, but maybe you trade for someone. But I think they're gonna end up accumulating a quarterback somewhere else. Maybe you draft one in like the second round, third round, whatever. That's your guy. Try to pull like a Davis Mills. But we'll see. George Karlaftis, 19. He's been falling. I've seen him falling for a lot of people, and I still think he's great. I don't think, I just think there's been so many other guys that are good. This edge class, really, these next four guys after the top two could go any order. Any order. It's just pick your poison. Number 20, Sam Howell. This is my QB2. I really like this kid. I thought about Kenny Pickett, right? Take the hometown hero, whatever. I'm going to go for Sam Howell. I'm higher on him. I don't think the Steelers are going to play into all that. You got to take whoever you think is the best, though. But it's not a secret that they want a quarterback. They didn't try to hide it at the Senior Bowl. They're going after a quarterback. I think they're taking one at 20. 21, Nakobe Dean. All right, this is insane value at 21. I mean, it's the Patriots. They'll probably trade down, but if Nakobe Dean's here, I don't know if they will. That's crazy value. He is much better than 21st player in this draft, but just didn't fit. So we ended up getting him at 21. Kenyon Green, 22. This is a guy who could go a lot higher, only because I think he can play tackle. I really do. He's my tackle for, maybe you start him at guard originally, but I think he can play tackle in the NFL right off the bat, too. Really good player. I think he could go a lot higher than this pick. 23, Andrew Booth. Andrew Booth Jr., this guy, Cardinals, you just need a corner. Oh my gosh, that corner room it's struggling. You need corner help. You get a guy in Andrew Booth who I really like. Physically gifted, very physically gifted. Got a lot of upside. Jordan Davis, 24. Jordan Davis, for me, is one of the more interesting prospects in this class because I think he could go a number of places. Like, he could go 17, he could go, he could go 14, 13, like 12. He could go really high in this draft. Or, I've seen some people having him fall out of the first round. So he's very intriguing to me. Here I have him somewhere in the middle, 24 to the Cowboys. I think it's good value. He is still a top 20 player easily for me. Jameson Williams, 25. All right, we got some injury concerns. I'm not too worried about that. I think he's still an absolute burner, the best deep threat in this class. I'm going to say it. So we end up taking him here at 25 with the Bills. 26, Trevor Penning. All right, this guy is he is physical. I mean, his physicality is there. His just mentality is there. I think the NFL is gonna like that. From the Senior Bowl, maybe gonna not maybe he's gonna draw some flags. All right, but hopefully you can coach that out of him. If you think you can, I think it's a great pick. Chris Olave, 27 to the Bucks. Oh my gosh, I love this pick. Oh my gosh, I've mocked this a few times now, and I just absolutely love it. I'm gonna be honest. All right, Brian Asamoah, 28. You might think this is a bit weird. I'm high on Asamoah. I think he could sneak into the late first round. But really, with this Packers pick, I think it's just best player available at a position in need. For me, that was Asamoah. It could be it could be a number of other linebackers, honestly. It could be an edge guy here. Maybe you're really high on like Boye Mafe, Arnold Ebiketie. It could be offensive line. Very easily could be offensive line. Actually, I really thought about going with Zion Johnson. Don't know why I was blanking on his name, but he ends up falling to 31. But you could go receiver, but I didn't. I didn't. Simple as that. Jahan Dotson, 29, to the Dolphins. Just you need a receiver. You need O line too, but maybe get that in free agency. Could go either way. Jaquan Brisker, 30. He's my safety too. I really like it here to Kansas City, going a playmaker in the secondary. Zion Johnson, 31. This is an elite guard in the NFL, I think. It's going to be really good. A steal at 31. And we saw what happened to that Bengals offensive line in the Super Bowl, and they're going to fix it. They've got no choice but to fix it. Kenny Pickett going 32 to the Lions. I I know there's some concerns with Pickett after the Senior Bowl. I thought honestly he didn't look that bad. Sure, he had some rough goes. The hand size maybe is a concern. The rainy day, he just looked pretty terrible, fumbles and whatnot. But I think it'll be fine. The tape is there. He looked really good there at Pitt. I think he's still a first round QB. All right, moving on to round two. Devonte Wyatt starts us off. This is a guy who looked really good at the Senior Bowl. Really good. Hot riser for me. And Jags get just a really good value pick here at 33. Kaiir Elam at 34. A corner who maybe he sneaks into the first round, but here he falls. The Lions get some help in the secondary. Really like that pick. Arnold Ebiketie. So you didn't go edge at 4. You get a guy who's really solid here at 35. And this edge class, man, there is about 1,000 different ways it could go. Like what order? I think it's all going to depend on this combine. So looking back, I could look like a fool for some of these picks, but that's how I look at it right now. Chad Muma, 36 to the Giants, linebacker. Maybe not quite your biggest need, but the values here with Muma, I really like this kid out of Wyoming, I believe. Yeah, out of Wyoming, and he was fun to watch. I'm gonna be honest. Not quite as fun as like Devin Lloyd, who watching him at Utah. Oh my gosh, a game against Oregon. I think it was Pac-12 championship. Oh, he was fun. Roger McCreary, 37. So I've seen a lot of guys falling. Roger McCreary falling on a lot of guys' mocks, and all right, there's some concerns, size, and but I still think he's a round two guy. Corners are in high demand, so he goes here at 37 to the Texans. Trey McBride, 38. Oh my gosh, giving Zach Wilson Trey McBride. He was his offense. Like they they ran their offense at Colorado State through Trey McBride. 6'4", 260. This guy, this guy is really good. Had a standout performance at the Senior Bowl, and the only tight end who really set himself apart. 39, Bernhard Raimann. This is a guy who could easily sneak in to the first round, tackle one of the most important positions on the field just behind quarterback, right? And Bears, this is, you don't have a first round pick, but able to protect Justin Fields with this pick, I really like it. Matt Corral 40. Okay. This is you don't get Aaron Rodgers, basically. That's basically what this pick is. If you don't get Aaron Rodgers, you take a guy, I don't think Drew Lock's the guy moving forward, so maybe Matt Corral is. I mean, if you do get like an Aaron Rodgers, you obviously go somewhere else with this pick. 41, Boye Mafe, the Seahawks, another team that didn't have a first round pick, but you were getting that edge in Boye Mafe, who looks really good out of Minnesota, getting the pass rush. Um, Another guy could sneak into the first round. All right, I mentioned it at the Packers pick, but he really could, and he looks really good. Desmond Ridder for the Washington football team. So this is, once again, you don't get a veteran. I think they probably will, but let's say you don't. You take Desmond Ridder, comes in. Heineke's not it. Ridder is a guy who I think could go above Corral. I think people are kind of lower on Ridder than they should be. He looked really good at Cincinnati. Maybe I'm too high on him, but I feel like people are a bit low on Ridder. 43, Jamari Sawyer. So this might be a bit surprising to some people, but if you've watched him, this guy's really good. He was my top offensive line guy on the board, and Falcons need help there. Uh, Got to protect Matt Ryan or whoever's taking snaps. I think Falcons maybe go QB, maybe not in the draft, but maybe make a trade. I don't know. Christian Harris, 44, just really good value for the Browns. You couldn't get, you didn't take Devin Lloyd or Nakobe Dean in the first round. You get Christian Harris in the second. Very good linebacker still, and will look really good on the defense. Perion Winfrey, Senior Bowl standout. This is a guy who could sneak into the first round. He really could. He could be interior defensive line one. I mean, after combine, who knows what'll happen, but he could go a lot higher than 45, but the Ravens would be thrilled to take him here. Lewis Cine? Key? I assume it's Cine. This is, either safety 2 or 3 for me. It's close between him and Daxton Hill. I'm giving the edge to Cine here. You could go either way, but the Vikings, yeah, you need help in that secondary. This is a good guy to come help out. Kingsley Enagbare to the Colts. I love this guy. He could easily go first round. Crap, he could go top 20. But it all depends on his combine. So in this mock, we're saying maybe he doesn't show up quite as much as people are expecting him to. He looked like a physical beast at South Carolina. Needs to work on his technique. Needs to get a broader range of pass rush moves, but what he does good. 48, Abraham Lucas. All right, my next best tackle over Daniel Falele. And the only reason, not the only reason, but the big reason is injury concerns at his size. Also, I'm not sure how I like his anchor. He just kind of gets run over. We saw that at the Senior Bowl. Didn't see it much in tape, but he just couldn't set a good anchor. And at his size, ooh, you don't like that. So I'm taking Lucas here over him. I like Abraham Lucas. Daxton Hill goes 49 to the Saints. This is a guy who could be safety too, but it's going to depend how that shakes out. He could be better than Brisker easily. Once again, going to depend on the combine though. Dylan Parham, Memphis guy, yes, Memphis guard, and this guy is an athletic beast. He is just very athletic. He can move, and the Dolphins, you need O-line help. I think most of that's going to come in free agency, but there's still some stuff that could be addressed in the draft. Daniel Falele. So I just addressed some of the concerns I have with him, but if you're the Eagles, man, maybe you're willing to take the chance on his upside because it's there. He fixes some of his issues, doesn't struggle with injuries. Oh man, he could be a top 5 tackle in this class. Easily top 5 lineman in this class. All right. This kid could be really good at his size, but there's some issues he's going to have to work out first. Nicholas Petit Ferreira. This is a guy who's like the stereotypical like build for a tackle. He is like exact average build for a tackle, like exactly what you want. Maybe not average, above average, right? What you want. There is some concerns. He's been steadily falling on draft boards, but I like him as a round two guy. Maybe earlier than this, but it's going to depend on his combine once again at Ohio State. Um, he looked good, but he needs some improvement, right? George Pickens, 53 to the Raiders. Oh my gosh. This is a guy who I could easily see going round one. The fact that he fell this far, I don't know how. I mean, it's just how it shook out. George Pickens, really good receiver out of Georgia. Could go so much higher than this, but, it's draft. Good players fall. It happens. All right? It happens. Don't get mad at me. Sky Moore, 54 to the Patriots. So I really like the Patriots taking Drake London round one. I just love that. But if you don't get him, Sky Moore is solid. So I'm not as high on him as a lot of people are, I'll admit. But I do think he's really good. He's a bit smaller, which maybe isn't what you want. Maybe you want a bigger guy for Mac Jones, but I still think it's a good pick here, 54. Kenneth Walker to the Cardinals. My RB1. I think he's most people's RB1. But yeah, 55. I think this is good value for him. He could go a lot higher. Not a lot higher. He could go mid round two, maybe early round two. Miyagi? I don't know. Myji Sanders? Oh man, I'm butchering that. But the edge out of Cincinnati, I believe. Yeah. So this is a guy who, once again, could go way higher than this. Could go first round. I mean, these edges, it all depends on the combine. So all these edge rankings are going to shift. But right now, that's where I got him. 56 to the Cowboys, good value. Cowboys, you need pass rush. You're getting a good one here. Kyler Gordon, 57 to the Bills. This might be my favorite pick in this whole draft. Because if he is here, oh my gosh, the Bills are so in love with that pick. I mean, he could go first round. He really could. And the fact that he falls here is amazing for them. 58, David Bell, wide receiver out of Purdue. He is just twitchy. I mean, he gets open. In some cases, that almost is held against him. I don't know. I think the upside's there with him. I think he could be really good. Falcons need a weapon for, whoever's taking snaps there. DeMarvin Leal, Packers. My strategy whenever I'm picking for the Packers is best player available pretty much. I mean, you've got so many holes and you do not have a lot of cap, right? So anywhere where you see a hole, right, you've got to take the best player available to fill one of those holes. Like first round, we took linebacker, right? We got a lot of linebacker free agents. We can't bring them all back. Next, we got interior defensive line. Not necessarily a lot of free agents here, just not a lot of great players. DeMarvin Leal is a guy who we were mocking first round every time. If he falls here, I think it's a great pick. Will he fall here? Probably not. But if he does, oh man, as a Packers fan, I would love this. 60, Jalen Pitre, safety out of Baylor, I think. Yes. This is a guy who could go a lot higher than 60. He could be, it's all going to depend on his combine once again, but he could be really good. I really like this guy. Darion Kennard. So I was a lot higher in him earlier in the year. I've started to fall on him a little bit just because I feel like other offensive linemen set themselves apart more so, particularly at the Senior Bowl. He could bounce back with a good combine, but I still think he's a round two guy. 49ers, you need guard. Oh my gosh, you need guard. I'd say biggest need on the roster, and you land a good one here. Channing Tindall. This is a guy who could go so much higher. I really like this guy. He is athletic. He is sideline to sideline. He is really good. Really good linebacker. Could go higher than this. Kansas City loves this pick at 62 though. Isaiah Likely out of Coastal Carolina. This is my tight end too by far. Like far away. Could be the best receiving tight end in this class. Yeah, over Trey McBride. He is that good. He really is. Bengals, Joe Burrow would absolutely love this guy in his offense. Darion Beavers, 64 to the Broncos. Man, this is just best player available. And for me, it was Darion Beavers. Broncos, you're going to love this pick, right? I mean, it's just insane value there. But that's all I've got for this mock draft. Let me know how you guys think I did. Players that fell too far, went too high, all that good stuff. Until next time, peace out.